Battlefield 6 is live. Let's get you dialed in so you can destroy these lobbies. Absolute laser beams with your guns, quick movements, slides everywhere that you need to dominate these lobbies. Quick little changes here that nobody's talking about. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's dive right on in. First things first, let's talk visuals, right? So I like to talk visuals right out of the gate. If you don't know how to get here, you just go R1 all the way over to that little settings icon, come down. Let's go to graphics here. Some things I change in the graphics section is very important to a couple of different things. One, performance of the game. Two, the way you can see things, react quickly, shoot better. So I play on performance mode. I like to turn the brightness up to 70 simply because I like the game a little bit brighter so I can see things a little bit brighter, better contrast there. When it comes to field of view, I like to max this out to 120. I find the game to be moving the best at this situation. At 120, you can see everything coming from the outside, the inside. You have scopes that you can zoom in, but when it comes to running and gunning in between these walls and these buildings, you're gonna need to see who's on the right side of you, who's on the left side of you. When it comes down to this, world motion blur, weapon motion blur, all of these settings you want off. If you're playing the game for the non-cinematic, I mean, obviously it's still going to be cinematic, but if you want the best performance possible, turn off the motion blurs. You're going to want to turn off all three of these as well. That's going to give you the best possible graphics that you can get for performance-wise, that is. One other change I do like to make is I like to go down to crosshairs, and I like to change this up as well. I change up my hit color, headshot color, and kill color. I want to know when somebody's dead. I want to know when I hit the headshot, and I find the colors that are preset are a little bit tougher to identify. So hit color I change to white, headshot color I change to yellow. Clearly I hit him in the head, it's yellow, bright yellow, and then kill color red. Red is dead, so obviously as soon as it turns red, then it's dead. With the orange and the mix and matching, it can get a little bit confusing that I feel like I have to read whether or not I've killed somebody. So I like to change those up right out of the gate. Don't need to change anything else up in the graphics category. You're good to go on that aspect. Now let's talk about some laser beam aiming items that we're looking for. How you're going to get here is a couple of different ways. You can get here in multiple different ways. I'm going to show you the easiest way to get here. Click on controller. In the bottom right, it's going to have two different situations here. When we're talking shooting right now, we're going to talk about like movement here in a moment, but let's talk about shooting. You're going to click triangle or the bottom one that says edit settings, and it's going to bring up all of your control schemes here. These control schemes are going to give you the availability to edit your aiming, your shooting. Once you click on control settings here at the top, you can now have your infantry control settings, so you can now change these aspects. Infantry aim sensitivity, I like it somewhere between like a 40 and a 45. Now just remember, this is my settings based off skill difficulty. You can customize this however you want, but these are how I get that aim that you saw earlier in this video. Infantry aim setting sensitivity 45 gives me the ability to move quick in and out. And it's just a lot better. We already talked about field of view. Now uniform infantry aiming, you want this off. I find the game, it just aims a lot better when it's off. You have full control rather than it slowly progressing you into it. All aim assist you want to leave completely on here. Do not change that. Now this is the money maker right here. These three aspects is what I've tested in all of the different settings. I've gone one by one to find the best combo of it all. Battlefield 3 for the input curve, the zoom, Battlefield Bad Company, and then lastly stick input Battlefield 1. This trio is one of the biggest reasons in how I'm able to zoom in so aggressively and just not have that inconsistent recoil bumps up and down. We'll talk about movement here in a second, but you don't really need to worry too much about it. The only thing I will say on the movement aspect before we jump into changing your control binds and stuff like that, double tap forward sprint, you do want off. You can change this to sprint or auto sprint. You do want this off, and I'm going to show you how you can get auto sprint anyways. So just stay tuned for that. Like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe when it comes down to this. When it comes down to zoom, you don't need to change too much here, but what you do want to change is your vertical aim ratio. You come down to zoom, vertical aim ratio, you want this down to 30. It presets a little bit higher, and then zoom ratio, you also want this to match at 30. 30 and 30 is a really good sweet spot, so you don't have too much movement. You have a consistent, steady vertical to horizontal breakdown there. When it comes to infantry zoom aim sensitivity, I like this up at 85. You don't need smoothing simply because you have these things turned off, but 85 is a really good spot for that. Now, the moneymaker that a lot of people are not talking about is when you go down to, so you're in controller, you're in edit settings, and then you scroll all the way to the bottom. You can see here that there's a control tuning aspect of this. So remember, in order to get here, I went back to the home screen. I went controller, I hit triangle or Y to edit settings. We were in this setting before, controller settings, but in this screen, before you dive into that, you go all the way to the bottom and you click controller tuning. A lot of people are not realizing that there's some settings in here you need to change. Controller vibration, you want this off. If your controller is vibrating, it's bouncing around, you cannot lock in on people. It's going to mess up your aim and your accuracy when your controller starts vibrating. So you want to turn this off. Center dead zone. This is preset for you at a higher rate. It's preset at 13. You want to go in and you want to turn this all the way down. You want your axle dead zone down to 3 as well, just in case you have a little bit of stick drift. Same thing for the right stick, 0 and 3. People are not talking about this and it's messing people up. You're probably not being able to turn at the rate that you want to turn to. 0 and 3 there. Controller L2 and R2, you want to make sure that that's down at 0. Don't mess with anything else. You're good to go on that aspect there. Now let's talk a little bit about movement. So movement, we do want to change a couple of different things when it comes to the movement. So you go to controller, and then instead of hitting triangle here, you want to hit this top one. It says edit presets. And then once you get in here, you want to click edit button mapping. And I'm just going to preset mine so that way you can follow along. I'm going to reset everything. So first thing you want to do is you want to go to, notice walk forward is forward. You want to go down to sprint. Sprint is auto, it's already preset at L3. Clicking in L3. Now I want auto sprint, so you want to change this. So you want to click on it, and when this pops up, you can change whatever keybind you want to press. So you're just going to flick the left stick forward, and it's going to say yes, you're going to overwrite it with walk forward. You click bind anyway, and then it pops up here. So now you have left stick forward. Now jump is set as X, but we're going to swap that into where sprint was. The left stick, you're going to be moving around a lot. You want to be jumping with the left stick there. So instead of it being X, you're going to click in here, and then you're going to push in the left stick. It's going to be steady scope, toggle scope. We're going to change those eventually. If you're a sniper, maybe this might not be the best for you. You're going to change vault to the same exact setting as well. So now your left stick is going to be moving around quickly, and you're going to be able to jump when you push in the left stick as well. Now, crouch and prone, you're going to want to change. So R3 right now is melee. We want to take away melee. I don't find myself using melee very often, so you're going to want to take it away when it comes to this. So in order to take it away, you just click into it. When this pops up, you hold whatever button that is to clear it. Hold that button, and it's now gone. You can see it's completely gone away. Now our R3 is completely open for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to crouch, and we're going to change that to R3. So that means, you know, R3, you're looking around, you can crouch up and down. It gives your most active movements with the two joysticks that you have, the left joystick and then the right joystick. Now, the other big aspect of this is slide. You want slide to be X. So I know you can slide with sprinting and just doing motions like that, but you want a button in which you can quickly slide on, right? So the X is the closest button to the right stick that you can have So if you want to slide and get around corners quickly and efficiently, you need a designated button for slide in this game. It's going to enhance your ability to move, and I'll show you here in a moment when I just go into the firing range and test it all out. But you want to assign that to slide. Now you're going to have some different buttons here, but it's going to be okay. I promise you it's going to be okay. I like to mess up my gadgets. I have the dual edge controller, so I have back paddles on this. So I do like to change a couple of things. The squad progression, I do like to change to R1. So now you're set to go. You have those settings, and obviously you can tweak with some things that you want. Kind of figure out what is. You want to make sure like deploy bipod, mount, some things like that. You can kind of tweak how you actually really want to do it. But it's kind of up to you exactly how you tweak those ones in. But that's for movement wise exactly what you're looking for. Now let's go to the firing range and I'll show you how it kind of works. So left stick right now obviously moves you left and right, but it now allows you to jump as well when you push it in. Push in the left stick, you can run, jump, vault over things very quickly. It gives you quick access. Now, if you want to slide, you have it on X, and you can just slide quickly. Because you have a designated button for that. If you don't even want to jump doing it, you can just slide. You can slide. You can be quick with it. Slide. Headshot. Alright, you can be very quick with it, and if you want to get in a crouch quickly, you just push in the right stick. Push in the right stick. We're on that. Get low. Slide up. No one there. Slide up. Laser beam. Alright. It's pretty much how it works. Not too bad. Slide up. And laser. Do not forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate you all for watching. I hope this helps. Let me know what you guys think. See you later.